The Special Investigating Unit is today expected to meet with the Free State government over reports of maladministration in the Free State Premier's office. The SIU's investigation is focusing on the 2017 and 2018 financial year concerning the allocation of bursaries. In June, President Cyril Ramaphosa authorized the investigation following reports of misappropriation of funds during the tenure of former Premier Sisi Ntombela. The Free State government is expected to establish a new fraud and corruption task team. SABC News reporter Aphumelele Mdlalane joins us live now for the latest. Aphumelele, a good morning to you. I think let's go back to 2017, 2018, perhaps, and really what the SIU is concerned may have happened in that financial year.
Well, Naledi, these engagements by the stakeholders comes at a time whereby the Free State has been on the spotlight in terms of the allegations of maladministration and corruption. As you rightfully said, in 2017-2018 financial year, that's where we saw by the Auditor General's report that there was maladministration in terms of issuing bursaries to some students that were, of course, based here in the country as well as abroad, as we know that during the tenure of Makashule, when he was the premier, there were students that would be taken abroad, and also during the tenure of Sisi Ntombela. In June, we saw the President Cyril Ramaphosa releasing a proclamation report authorizing the SIU to investigate, therefore, the maladministration that took place, and also we saw on the report that they were talking about the stipends given to these students, as well as the accommodation tuition, as well as the accommodation fee that was given to some of these students. It was money that, of course, where they, during the investigation of the Auditor General's report, they did mention that there was wasteful expenditure. So that would mean that the procedure thereof, there were irregularities in terms of issuing those bursaries. But with me right now, I'm joined by the spokesperson of the SIU, Mr. Kaiza. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. Let's talk about the importance of this engagement today.
Thank you very much, and thank you to your viewers. The importance of this engagement is that we need to spread a message out there that we have to have a corrupt-free government, and that message we can only communicate to the people who are managing the purse of government, and that is why we have to then come here and engage with them about the do's and don'ts, but also to forge partnerships so that we know that as government entities, government and ourselves can work together to prevent corruption from happening, because it is important for us to do that for the people of South Africa, and that is why we are here today.
And in June, I did an interview with you whereby you were, of course, confirming that you are conducting an investigation following the proclamation report regarding the bursary issuing in 2017-2018. How far are you with the investigation?
The investigation is progressing very well. Our office here in Bloemfontein is dealing with that. We were getting good cooperation, and as you might have seen, even at the beginning, when the proclamation was announced and gazetted, the Premier's office went out and said we will cooperate fully, and especially because this matter is in the office of the Premier, therefore they are cooperating very well with us, and this engagement is a sign that they are prepared to work with us to make sure that whatever has gone wrong has to be discovered, and we have got to deal with the consequence of all that has happened, but also to say we want clean government. We want people of South Africa to have confidence in the work that we do as a SIU, but also in the work of government, and we can only do that by cooperating with each other. For now, because there are no outcomes as yet, we cannot say much about the investigation except to say the investigation has started. We are comfortable where it is today. We are going to do everything in our power to make sure that it is finished in a very short space of time. We always have this issue where people say investigations take too long, but it depends on various things why it takes sometimes long, but we have committed ourselves that at least it shouldn't be over a year to investigate, and if for one reason or the other it is done over a year, after a year we must have a preliminary report.
Any other investigation that you are conducting in the Free State other than this one of bursary issuing?
No, we have got many other investigations in municipalities and so on, but the boss will talk about it later on, about all those others that we are dealing with. But also, you'd know, the one that we had done also was the asbestos one, which is also in this province, and that one, at least you see there's movement. People are already been appearing in court as we speak, but there are many others that we'll talk about later on.
Well, thank you so much for your time. That's Mr. Kaiser Kganyago, the spokesperson of SIU. Of course, saying that gloves are off to root out corruption. Also mentioning that they, of course, one of the investigations that they conducted is of the notorious 255 million rand asbestos case that we know that is currently in court. However, they are saying they will speed up with the process, or rather the investigations thereof, pertaining the issue of this issuing of bursaries during the financial year of 2018-2019. But Naledi, as he mentioned, that their priority is to make sure that they root out corruption. We know that in the Free State there's quite been a lot of projects that were abandoned or were unaccounted for, talking about the asbestos and the Mdlalane case, where of course millions of rands that were made to benefit some beneficiaries, of course, in the agricultural sector, that of course it didn't happen. So he was just trying to tell us in the Free State there's some issues that are still pending, but for now the priority is to take care of this matter of these bursaries in 2018 and 2019 financial year.
Very important discussion here. Thank you so much for giving us the update. Our reporter in Bloemfontein in the Free State, Aphumelele Mdlalane.